What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Invade, and we are back again with another video. First off, let me just say I'm trying to do the 30-day challenge where I upload every day, and I'm already going through hell on the ideas of when I'm gonna upload for 2K. What is it? Mother trucker? Boy, if you don't. Anyway, already going through hell and trying to figure out all the ideas that we gonna do for uploading and all that type of stuff, but I'm gonna try to do 30 days straight of 2K and go crazy. Today's video is literally the best shooting badge lineup that you can be using for NBA 2K21 next gen. Now, keep in mind that these badges can change depending on what mode you're playing. For instance, if you're playing park, you might have different shooting badges, and if you're playing rec, you may have different shooting badges depending on what position you are, right? So without further ado, let's get into the video and let's try to get this video to 100 likes. Shout out to all my supporters, man. If you're new to the YouTube, make sure to smack that subscribe button, that sub button, and let's go crazy. Now, I only have 20 on this build, but that doesn't really matter, and I'm gonna tell you the ones that are important. I don't really need to go into detail unless you're just trash. So actually, you know what, we will. Okay, so anti-freeze reduces the likelihood of getting cold and losing takeover after taking poor shots. Yeah, you don't need that unless you just absolutely want to put that on, but if you have IQ, you're not going to usually take poor shots unless you just forced into taking a poor shot. So this badge is not really something that you absolutely have to use. I could see it more in rec. If you just had an extra badge to put on like bronze or something like that, then I could see that being the case, but honestly, I don't see you any reason to put that on. Now, blinders to me is similar to Deadeye. It says jump shots take on the defender closing out in their peripheral vision, so that's somebody coming from the side, that it will suffer a lower penalty. That to me is similar to Deadeye, which is jump shots taken with a defender closing out receive a less of a penalty from a shot contest. Those two are very, very similar. One's coming directly at you, one's coming from the side. And this year, as of now, you know, post patch or whatever, blinders or Deadeye to me feel pointless. The reason why is because there are people, I don't use Deadeye at all, and I will green 40, 50%, 60% shots consistently in front of people's faces. It's frustrating when it happens to you, but funny as balls when you do it to somebody else. So these two badges in general are not ones that you should be using at the moment right now, so don't use them. Now, catch and shoot, and I guess it's gonna be for park right now, honestly. Catch and shoot, I've always liked catch and shoot as a badge because not only can I play off ball, but I also can play on ball as well. And so it's always nice that if I know that somebody is gonna, you know, I have somebody else running the point guard, or I have somebody else bringing the ball up the court in park, or whatever the case may be, and if I get in my position, whether it's at the hash or if it's in the corner, whatever the case may be, that if I do catch a dot or whatever, that I have a higher percentage of making the shot. So catch and shoot is always a good thing for me. So I prefer that at Hall of Fame, but that's just me. Okay, I like having catch and shoot at Hall of Fame. Now, Circus Threes, obviously you guys already know what Circus Threes is. Step back threes, taking off the dribble, receive a boost, and it is a really good badge. For park, it is phenomenal, and even off of rec, I know you can hit some crazy things with Circus Threes, but I honestly don't have that many badges available, so I didn't really put it on it, and I felt like I'm not going to be doing step back threes a lot in rec center or even in park, honestly, unless it's just like a last second thing. So I didn't really think that it was necessary to put on, but this is a good badge. So if you guys wanted to trade out some of these for Circus Threes, then by all means you can do it. Clutch shooter, I just don't see the point of that, having that on at all, unless you just are playing in rec. Again, that's fourth quarter. And again, I don't know how many I would waste into that in the first place. I probably wouldn't do a lot of it because if you're just normally good at shooting, it doesn't change because you have clutch shooter on. Okay, that just doesn't happen. Corner specialist, this is more going to be for your lockdowns that are in the corner, your bigs that are in the corner when you're playing twos or threes or whatever, if you guys are doing isos and stuff like that, so they have the highest chance of making threes in the corner. Those who don't have really high 3-point percentages, corner specialist is a good badge for them. So that's what you're going to use it for. It also helps a little bit in the mid-range as well. Keep in mind, in my last video, every shot from your, or everywhere that you're shooting from, there's different timing releases, so this will definitely help open up that green window to give you some space and some leeway in the corners to be able to hit a little bit more. So keep that in mind if you're struggling shooting from the corner. Now, deep threes, obviously this is a must-have badge. If there was a tier list of badges, this would be an S+ badge, because you can literally shoot from half court in park with this badge. And if you go anywhere from in the rec center or whatever, you can go literally to where the R is or to where the C is, depending on what side you're on, and shoot there consistently without any issues. So that's good. Difficult shots, Not so much. Difficult shots is something, a badge that is good for mid-range. Says high difficulty shots just sometimes such as hop step, spin, step backs, pull-ups, receive a shot percentage boost from mid-range. It used to be that it would be all the way around. It's not the case no more. So difficult shots is right there in the middle. Okay, so I don't even touch that. Fade ace, that's shoot post fadeaways. I've never done that anyway, so I'm not a big fan of that. Green machine, obviously you could never go wrong with green machine because it increases the money given for consecutive excellent releases. You guys that know the way green machine works is at a bronze you have to hit like 3 or 4 shots before it activates. Silver is 3 shots, gold 2 shots, Hall of Fame 1 shot, and then it activates. So that's how it works. You get 1 green and your green window is massively open. Now I was watching a video on Hotshot as well, and here's the thing with Hotshot. Now if you have open a lot more badges than 20, then I would put Hotshot at gold because it gives you a massive boost, but you can get away with having it at gold. And if you have a plethora of other badges, then you can put it on other things like a Circus Threes, so you can have that up there, or a corner specialist if you wanted to have that there, or a stop and pop or something like that. But because I don't have a plethora of badges, leaving Hotshot on gold and then putting it on like bronze here is pointless. So I just left it at Hall of Fame because that gets the job done. Obviously, you know, Hot Zone Hunter is amazing. So you always got to have that at Hall of Fame. You can probably even get away with it at gold, but of course I have it at Hall of Fame. It's one of those things where even if I took both of these down, again, what am I gonna have this at silver? I don't think that's a good point. Anytime that I put on shooting badges, I at least want to have them at gold. To me, that's worth it than having them at silver. So that's how I feel. Everybody else, you can argue in the comments and you can go with that and determine what you guys think is best. But ice in my veins, yeah, free throws, that's pointless, especially when you're in park. Now I've heard back and forth things with rhythm shooter. Some people like Angel is Pro, is the guy that I play with. He told me that rhythm shooter is good, and that really all you gotta do is 1 through the legs and it activates. I have not used rhythm shooter, so I would have to test that to determine if I really feel a massive difference with rhythm shooter. But as of now, I didn't feel like I was a badge that was necessary. If I was going to try a rhythm shooter, I would probably take off catch and shoot and then put it on rhythm shooter. And that's again dependent on if you are the guy that is handling the ball 98% of the time. If you're handling the ball 98% of the time, this could be a badge that's perfect for you, honestly. So not sure yet, but I could definitely test that out and do a future video determining if this is going to be something that we could use or not. Set shooter, I heard is terrible, so don't even look at that. And I'm not a set shooter anyway. And you have to wait before you shoot, which negates catch and shoot. So yeah, pointless. Slippery off ball. Yeah, I've never really used that. And it says stretches the player ability to get open off the ball. Now I know like when I'm in rec, a lot of people, when they see that who I am, or if they know who I am, or even if I'm just cooking in rec, they'll start guarding me and like literally face guarding me the entire time. I wonder if slippery off the ball helps you get off like that. I don't necessarily know. Not sure. Sniper boost to well aimed shots. This is obviously based off on how you aim your shots with the right stick. I don't do that. I use the X button, so I don't have anything to say there. Now this says boost shot rating on standstill 3-pointers after dribbling. Now this, I wonder if stop and pop and rhythm dribbler would go well together, because this says boost shot rating on standstill 3-pointers. This says increase the made shot after sizing up your opponent with dribble moves. So I wonder if these two would go good together. I'm not sure, because if you do 1 through the legs, then you're standing still after that. If rhythm shooter actually activates after that, which means stop and pop would activate too. And if those two go well together, then you're in business, right? Again, these are stuff that you would have to test out. But right now, I feel like these two or these 6 right here are definitely, or 5 right here are definitely the best. And then Tyler shooter, this is just literally, I mean, if you're getting tired from shooting, bro, you just gotta, at this point, you just gotta, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Stop dribbling as much. Go get your Gatorade boost, something along the lines of that. There's no reason why you should always be at 0 energy when you're shooting the ball. So Tyler shooter, not really necessary either. And this is gonna do it, man. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that are great right now. Like I said, in a future video, I will test out rhythm shooter and stop and pop and see how they feel. I would probably take off maybe hot shot and catch and shoot and put those on rhythm shooter and stop and pop and just see how it feels from there. And then I'll let you guys know in a video and actually show you guys some gameplay with me using it and see how that feels. But overall, this has been the shooting badge lineup that I've been using. We have the playmaking one coming out, a defensive one coming out. I get my main account back tomorrow. So playmaking, defensive, finishing, and well, that's all of them. Yeah, coming out pretty soon. So we'll start those videos tomorrow when I get my account back and go from there. No longer gonna be banned, so I can play on my other account, my 6-7 death machine mother trucker. But yeah, we're gonna go from there. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. Thank you guys for the likes, and leave comments in the video if you guys agree with me or if you guys think there's actually badges that's better. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.